my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got this picture me. Pacific ice, I'm an ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the trolls. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. Man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
To throw on second down is gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40. Goff on first down. That was complete to Gurley. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On first down, it's Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
3rd and 2. Goff. And got him in. It's Woods. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's gone. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A man who played on this very field for USC, Everson Griffin. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for gone. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. From left side on target to Thielen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top for Kupp. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 42 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal. Expect them to tap right here on this play.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And Anthony Barr just has it all as far as I'm concerned in terms of physique, athletic ability, and now he's versatile as well. When he came out of UCLA, he'd played outside linebacker, but also down defensive end. The Vikings can utilize those same sort of skills.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now Cousins, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And Ndamukong Suh, with a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Play action now. Cousins on the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Morgan. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by John Johnson. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Yellow. Let's 50. To Hunt. And
Cousins now. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Another carry now for Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 1st down, gone. Steps away to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Slipper! Go ahead! Hey, Slipper! Wide!
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2nd down, Cousins dancing to his left. He finds Latavius Murray. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. To throw on second down is gone. But he almost had it defensively. could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. Now Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first and 10, Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right. Come on now. Here we go.
Again they run with Gurley. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. This is third and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. Look at the dance and the juke. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. The Rams on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at a third and goal here. They come out here in the eye. Third and goal, Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Play fake. Cousins. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. Following the penalty, it's Murray. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now a give. This is Murray. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. And
he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins to throw it. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
We go. 3 down. Hey, check. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Todd Gurley. 3rd down here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9.
We go.
From the gun, here's Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl corner, Marcus Peters, there to make the play.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, we're good.
On 2nd down, Cousins again, escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They go play action. Cousins. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 47 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Two. Two. We're going. Let's go.
Cousins now on second down. And a pressure gets to him again. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Black, you two. Jahan, Andy! Black.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 13 yards that time and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too. So for L.A., they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.